Yo, what's going on? It's Mill Jackson, the Barber Mill, Magik Mill. Back again. I just want to give a little barber game and my perspective on things. Maybe you can take it and combine it with your magic and put it all together and get some of this money that's out here waiting on you. But today I want to talk about barber apps and appointment apps versus text messaging. Barber apps versus text messaging. Now, I know before I start, a lot of people are going to say, hey man, that's kind of an oxymoron, because a lot of the barber apps nowadays text message you, and they text message your clients also. But I don't mean that type of text messaging when I say text messaging. What I mean is having a client go through a barber app or appointment app, whether you're a barber or a beautician, or having that client just good old text message you. So first with the app, let's just say a lot of the pros are, some of the pros are, I'll say this just right off the top of my head, they document your schedule. So as clients call in and make their appointments with the app through their phone, that app is documenting your appointments. You don't have to physically write things down or physically put it on your calendar in your phone. The app does that for you. So a lot of things are automated already for you. So as far as like scheduling and documenting when they're going to come in, that's automatic once they pick their time. Now with the text messaging, you'll either have to remember what your schedule is for the day that they're asking for. So you could say, hey, no, I'm sorry, Carlos, man, I don't have a 12:30 open. It's already booked. So how about I give you a 1 o'clock or a 1:30? So you'll have to remember those things, and then you'll have to manually write them down or save them. So that's one of the pros to having the app. Another pro to the app is a lot of times if you got some of the settings right, and if it's that app will remind them about their appointment. So it'll text them for you. It'll remind them about that appointment. And let's just say number 3, another good thing about a appointment app is, anybody that's perusing that app may be able to find you or find your service. So people can just find you from nowhere. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the pros of just good old text messaging. I'm not really going to do any cons. I'm just going to do pros right now. And then I'll just give my verdict on that. And then maybe I'll do another video with cons. But here's some pros. I'm going to give 3 good pros. So good old text messaging. The first thing you do is with an app compared to good old text messaging, you don't need the app. Everybody has a text messaging app. Everybody has a text message ability on every phone, a SMS text message. So you don't need an app at all. You don't have to go to an app store. You don't have to download anything. It's readily accessible. Number 2, I would just say is very personable, and it's not robotic and treating you just as a number or treating you as a salesperson, like I'm trying to sell you something all the time. Because that's one thing that I harp on. You don't want your client or clientele to feel like they're just a number. You know, there's no, you don't have any feelings for them. You don't want them to feel that you're cold. You know, you want to feel them to feel as though they're part of the family, which they will be part of the family. So it's not as personal. You know, it's just sending out generic text messages to everybody, and it could be just bugging people, and it also could be just kind of a hassle. You got to log in, you got to do this, you got to do that, and you got to make sure you've done that. And you know, without the personal aspect, you know, your client may need to have you bump a person's appointment because of an emergency, or you might have to bring them in earlier and you know, work something out with the person that had the appointment before, or you know. So that's another thing about, you know, just text messaging, you know, just straight out text messaging, which is good. And let's see, for number 3, text messaging is, you know, it's everybody knows how to do it. You know, they don't have to learn how to, you know, navigate through your app. You know, they don't have to do anything that they don't commonly do. So a grandmother could set an appointment just by text message, you having a small text messaging conversation, you know. And it's always good to have their number and your number on deck and in regular use. You know, you want them to become comfortable and accustomed to hitting you up. That's what you want for your clientele. That's how you build clientele. That's how you get strong clientele. I lean more toward just traditional text messaging because it's simple. It helps keep me sharp also. It helps keep my mind sharp because sometimes I have to, you know, juggle or position my appointments, and I have to recall things, and I have to just stay on top of my business. So a lot of times technology can make us lazy, but I'm not saying that you shouldn't use technology, because when your clientele grows to a big amount, you'll need technology to make things more streamlined. So I'm just saying, just keep it simple. You don't always have to force your clientele, because it's kind of a force when you think about it. Hey man, I need you to download such and such. Yeah, you look me up on there. And what you do is, man, you create a profile. And then, you know, it's all of that. When that compared to, hey, here's my number, here's my card. Actually, text me now, bro, and let me text you back, sir. Text me now, man, and I'll text you back. It's just that simple. You don't have to call all the time. You can just leave a quick text message. Just say, hey, Mill, do you have any openings at 1 o'clock? I'll text you back and let you know that I don't have any openings until 2 o'clock. And so, yeah, when you keep it that simple, guys, clients feel compelled to deal with you over your competition. So it's just a little something for you to think about, man. You know, until next time, stay tuned and well grown. Don't forget to subscribe, man. Hang out with me. You dig?